Imagine you work for Fourth Coffee, a national coffee chain that wants to better understand its customers. With thousands of customer reviews scattered across different sources, identifying key insights can be time consuming. To solve this, we'll build a knowledge mining solution using Azure AI Search, a powerful tool that can extract, enriches, and organizes data, making it easier to search and analyze. In this demo, you will learn how to create Azure's resources for search and enrichment, extract data from data source, enhance insights using AI skills like sentiment analysis and key phrase extractions, use an insider to automate data processing in Azure Portal, query the search index to find relevant information, and finally review results stored in a knowledge store. After a successful login to the Azure portal, we need to create an Azure AI search. We can do that by create a resource here and search for Azure AI search. If you see a lot, you're just gonna check the box here and click on the Azure AI search and then click on create. We're gonna select the subscription that we need to deploy the service to. We're gonna select the AI-900 resource group, give it a name. Search, change the region location to East US. I'm not gonna make any changes to the other things. Scale, networking tags. Gonna create in here. This should take a few seconds to complete. Deployment was successful. Can go to resource. All look good in here. Now the next step is we need to provision Azure AI services that is deployed at the same location as the Azure AI search that we just deployed. So back home, click on create a resource, Azure AI services, hit enter. Again, it's this one. If you're seeing way too many, Azure services only, and let's click on the Azure AI service, click on create. Same resource group, East US. We're gonna give it a name. AI services. Name gotta be unique. All right, name was chosen before. All right, all good. Standard S0 and check the box here. And let's review and create. And then click on create. This one is going to take a few seconds to complete as well. Perfect. Now let's go back to the main menu and click on create a resource to create a storage account. Just type in storage account. It's this one, but again, if you're seeing way too many not Azure related stuff, click on that checkbox and let's click on the add storage account. Click on create here. You're gonna have to put it in the same resource group as the Azure AI search and AI services. Storage account name, this one gotta be unique as well. Too many. Perfect. East US. We don't have to choose the primary service. Performance is going to be as standard. And in here, we're going to select locally redundant storage. Review and create. and then create. Deployment is in progress. This is going to take a few seconds to complete. And then the step to upload the documents to Azure storage. Now deployment is complete. Let's go to the resource. To upload the data, we need to create a container. However, if we click on create a container, we'll see anonymous access level is grayed out. If you have that trouble, you need to go to the settings here, configuration, and then allow blob anonymous access. We need to enable that, and then click on save. Give it a quick refresh in here, and then let's go to the data storage container again. Let's click on the container. Perfect. Let's give it a name, coffee reviews. And change that to blob anonymous. Read access for blobs only. We don't need to change anything on the advanced settings in here. Just click on create. Now if we click on the container that we created, let's click on upload here. I've already downloaded a file, a zip coffee reviews file. So let's browse to it from here. And it is reviews here. I'm gonna select everything and then open and then upload. Now it's uploading. While this uploads, let's go back to the Azure portal and let's click on the resource group that we have, AI-900, and let's click on the Azure AI service search service. After we have the documents in the storage, we can use Azure AI Search to extract insights from the documents. We can do that by automatically create an index, an indexer for supported data source. So let's click on import data. We're gonna select Azure Blob Storage here. And we're gonna give it a name. Customer data. And we're gonna keep content and metadata on here. It's default, and the parsing mode default. We're gonna select the subscription that we need. And then on the connection string, we're gonna choose an existing connection. Click on that. And we're gonna click on the storage that we created. And then the coffee reviews container. Gonna hit on select. Under manage identities, we're not gonna select system assigned or user assigned. Under the container name, we're gonna leave it as coffee reviews. Nothing in here on blob folder. And description, we can do reviews for fourth coffee shops. And let's click on next, where we can add cognitive skills. It's running through a validation in here. Now under the attach AI services, we're gonna see the services resource name that we already have. We don't need to create a new one since we already created one. Let's add an enrichment here. Under the skill set, we're gonna change the name to coffee skill set. We're gonna check the box here, which is very important to select all the enriched um, options in here. And then we're gonna select the source field type to pages 5,000 characters chunk. And we don't need to check the enable incremental enrichment. In here, we're gonna select extract location names, key phrases, sentiment, generate tags from images, generate captions from images. All look good. And let's click on the save enrichment to a knowledge store. We're gonna check image projection. It's fine. I'm gonna choose an existing one. We're just gonna select the box here and the container. All good. And then we're gonna keep the manage identities as none. We're gonna select documents in here. All good stuff. If you want to generate a Power BI template, you can do that as well. And then let's click on next, customize target index. All right, in here, under the target index, we're gonna change the name to coffee index. And the key is gonna stay the same, metadata storage path. We don't need to suggest our name. Search analysis, we're gonna keep it as analyzing fixed matching. In here, we're gonna check the box for content, as well as the other ones, locations, key phrases, text, layout, images, and tags. All good stuff in here. And let's click on create. We're gonna change the name again to coffee indexer. We're gonna keep it as once for the schedule. We don't have to put a description. If you want to, please feel free to do that. Base 64 encode keys, we're gonna check that box. And all look good. We're gonna click on submit. Now it's creating the indexer for us. It's gonna take a few seconds to do so. We can check the indexer by going to search management here and click on the indexer. We're gonna see it was successful. If you click on it, you see the data and duration that it took to run and everything. Let's go back to the training or the search AI service. And let's start querying the index by clicking on Search Explorer here. Under the view, we're going to change it to a JSON view. We're going to see like this is the query in here. And if we click on search, it's going to search for everything in the files that we uploaded. These are the reviews, and you see like the keywords, sentiments, and all of that. Let's change the query and actually say we want to look for only Chicago. So same thing, we just changed the locations to Chicago. And here we see only 3 reviews, and these are kind of between negative and positive. And the coffee tasting every Wednesday afternoon are so fun, all of that good stuff. Let's take it a step further and search for the negative sentiments. Here, this is one of the negative reviews. Today, I was truly disappointed with how long I had to wait for pastries I ordered. Location is Chicago, terrible experience, all of that, the key phrases that they used. And you see how useful this can be.